So welcome to this seated yoga practice. So you can use any kind of relatively upright chair for this. A normal dining chair is absolutely fine. The main thing is that it's secure, so office chairs on wheels obviously not an ideal option for this. And you want to make sure that your feet are comfortably in contact with the ground. So here you can see I'm using a folded up blanket to just give a little bit of lift to the feet. So really anything that kind of makes you comfortable. You can use a big book or a folded towel or a firm cushion, as long as you've got a nice firm foundation for the feet. And as always with any movement practice, everything I say here is an invitation, and it's really important to be guided by your own body. So we are exploring the sensations that arise in the body as we move, but not forcing anything or pushing anything too hard. So you will experience a bit of stretch at some point, and that's welcome, that's part of the practice. But if that becomes too uncomfortable, or if there's any pain at all, then just stop the practice or ease off to something more gentle and take care of your body. So with all of that in mind, just coming to sit comfortably. Your hands can rest on your legs or in your lap, whichever feels most comfortable for you. And taking a moment to feel your feet in contact with the ground or whatever support you have for your feet. And feel your seat on the chair. So tuning into these places of grounding and support. And then we're going to start to move very, very gently. So imagining that there's a golden thread coming all the way from the base of the spine up through the spinal column and out of the top of the head, giving you this little bit of uplift. And then we begin to circle the upper body. Keeping the spine long, letting the shoulders drop away from the ears, so that we're rocking the sit bones in a gentle circle. And you might choose to close your eyes while you do this, or just keep the gaze soft. Tuning into the sensations here, so feeling as we circle how the weight shifts from one side to the front, to the other side, to the back. And keeping this movement really slow and gentle. You might start to begin to bring the breath into the movement. So as you come through the front part of the circle, we inhale. And then as we move through the back part of the circle, we exhale. So letting the speed of your breath gently guide the movement rather than the movement guide the breath. And depending on how this feels for your body, you might choose to make the circles a little bit bigger, so gently spiraling outwards. Again, in no rush to make the circles as big as you possibly can, just exploring what this movement feels like for you. Feeling how contact with the seat shifts and changes. Perhaps even feeling that down into the feet, so as the body moves from side to side, you might notice a subtle shift in the weight from one foot to the other. And there may be sensations in the back of the body, in the lower back. This can be an area where we feel this movement. So tuning in throughout the body as we move in this way, where do we feel it? And what is the quality of that sensation? And then gently, slowly beginning to wind that circle back in. So making it a little bit slower, a little bit smaller with each rotation, until you're barely moving. And then coming back to stillness for a moment and just resting here, allowing the body to be in stillness. And then beginning again, this time circling in the opposite direction. So making the movement really tiny to start with. perhaps beginning to tune in to the breath in line with the movement. So as we move through the front of the circle, bringing the body forwards, we inhale, and as we move through the back of the circle, bringing the body backwards, we exhale. Inhaling across the front, exhaling across the back. And continuing in this way with your own breath. So as always, letting the breath guide the movement rather than the other way around. And you might start to make the movement a little bit bigger, so the circles are a little bit bigger, but still keeping this sense of length all the way through the spine. So the heart stays lifted, the shoulders drop away from the ears, and you can even drop your arms down if that feels more comfortable, so that the arms are released away from the shoulders. And then slowly starting to wind this movement back in, making it smaller and smaller, spiraling back inwards until there's hardly any movement, just gentle rocking. And then we release and let go of that movement, coming back to stillness again, and just sitting here for a moment, tuning into how the body is, what we're feeling in the body just now. And then beginning to make some movements with the upper arms. So we bring the arms out in front of us. And again, just being gentle with the body and tuning into what works and what feels right for you. We start to, as we inhale, we start to lift the arms gently upwards until the hands come up above the head. And then turning the palms outwards, pressing the palms away, slowly lowering the arms down. Pausing for a moment when the arms are parallel to the ground, and then releasing all the way down. And we'll repeat that a few times. So going at the pace of your own breath, we inhale, we lift the arms out in front of us. Turning the palms out, exhale gently, lowering the arms back down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, lowering down. So just taking one more of these movements now. So inhale, lifting up. And exhale, lowering back down. And coming to rest the hands in the lap or on the legs and just pausing for a moment. And then from here, we're going to bring the arms up again. So we inhale, let's take them out to the side this time. So we inhale, we'll lift the arms up. And keeping the arms raised, we're going to stretch all the way through the left side of the body, reaching the left fingertips up. And the right arm can bend a little bit if that feels okay. So we have this stretch all through the side of the body. And then stretching through the right arm. And repeating that a couple of times on each side, really feeling into the shoulders, the arms, the side of the body, the hips. And making this stretch as big or as small as feels right for your body just now. And then floating the arms back down, letting the hands rest on the knees for a moment. Bringing our attention now to the feet and the legs, and as always, just taking care of the body here. So we lift the left foot away from the support and start to point and flex the left foot. The leg can be lifted as high or as little as feels comfortable for your body. So feeling the sensations in the foot, the ankle, remembering listening to your own body. So if you need to pause at any point or stop this movement, then feeling free to do so. And then gently placing the foot down and lifting the right foot this time and pointing and flexing the right foot. Feeling into the ankle joint, into the sole of the foot, the top of the foot. And then gently placing right foot down. And this time lifting the left foot again, and if it feels okay, starting to circle the foot around, so the ankle is rolling in the socket and bringing this rotation going in both directions. So you can either alternate or you can just have a wriggle around and find whatever feels nice for your foot and your ankle today. And then lowering left foot back down and repeating that with the right, so circling the right ankle. And going back the other way. And then gently placing the foot back down. And then we'll repeat that same movement this time with the hands, so bringing the left arm out in front of you and circling the hand gently, feeling into the wrist joint in this hand. Noticing as we move the wrist and the hand, how does that feel in the wrist and the hand, but also in the rest of the arm and up into the shoulder. You might make some flicking movements with the fingers. And then release that hand down, taking the right hand, and rotating, moving the hand around, rotating the wrist. And then flicking the fingers. And releasing the fingers. Resting the hands down for a moment. Noticing how the body feels and any sensations that are coming up in the body now for you. And then coming to take the arms out nice and wide. And then we cross the arms and we wrap them around the body. And while you're here, you might give yourself a little bit of a shoulder rub, or a rub of the upper arms, or just sit and hold yourself gently here, feeling the contact between your hands and your body. And then from here we come to lift the elbows, so as if we were taking off a jumper or a sweater or something. So lifting the elbows and releasing the arms so they come all the way up, and then releasing the arms back to the sides. So we're going to take a few rounds of this movement, and again we'll bring the breath into it if that feels okay. If you find that the breath is distracting or doesn't feel right to kind of have this focus on the breath, then feeling free to just work with the movement and let the breath take care of itself. So taking the arms out nice and wide. Inhale. Exhale, wrapping the arms around the body. Inhale, lifting the elbows, lifting the arms. And then exhale, lowering the arms back down. So 2 whole breaths in this movement if that feels okay for you. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhale, wrapping them around the body. Inhale, lifting the arms up and opening. And exhale, releasing the arms back to the side of the body. Inhale, opening out the arms. Exhale, wrapping them around the body. Inhale, lifting the arms up and opening. And exhale, releasing them back down. Inhale, opening out. Exhale. arms around. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, releasing the arms back down. Good. Take 2 more of these. So we inhale, lifting the arms. Exhale, wrapping the arms around the body. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lowering back down. So just 1 more now. Inhale, opening the arms out. Exhale, wrapping the arms around the body. Inhale, lifting the elbows, opening the arms. And exhale, releasing the arms back down, letting them either come to hang at the sides or placing the hands in the lap or on the legs. And just pausing for a moment here. And then from here we're going to bring a little bit more movement into the shoulders. So let's drop the hands down alongside the chair if that feels okay. We inhale, we draw the shoulders all the way up to the ears. You might make fists with the hands as well. Exhale, release. Let's take a few more of those. Inhale. And 1 more. And release. Give the arms a little bit of a shake if that feels nice for you here. And then we're going to start to take some circles with the shoulders. So rolling the shoulders up to the ears and gliding the shoulder blades down the back. And then bringing the shoulders forwards and lifting up. So your hands can rest on your legs or they can hang alongside the body here, whatever feels nicest for you. And we begin to bring the breath into the movement if that feels okay. So inhaling. And then as you hunch forwards and lift up the shoulders, we exhale. Inhale as we glide the shoulders down the back, opening up through the chest. Let's take a few more of these. Inhale, scrunching everything up. Exhale. So going at whatever pace feels right for you, making the movement or as big as or as small as feels right for you. And then letting go of this circling, maybe shaking out the shoulders and the arms, and just pausing in stillness for a moment. And then we start to take these circles in the opposite direction. So this time we inhale, we lift the shoulders up and we roll them forwards, and then we drop the shoulders down. Lifting up at the back, rolling the shoulders forwards and dropping them down. So if I turn sideways on in the chair, you can see this a little bit more clearly. So lifting the shoulders up, rolling forwards, gliding down and lengthening the spine. Lifting up, rolling forwards, gliding down and lengthening the spine. So keeping going with a few more of these circles, big or small, slow or a little bit quicker, just what feels right for you. And then letting go of this circling movement. Now we're going to bring the arm into this movement a little bit. So taking the left hand and placing it on the left shoulder. And we're going to start to draw a circle with the elbow. So again, making this big or small as feels right for your body and your shoulders at the moment. So if there's a lot of tightness in the shoulders, then sometimes it feels more supportive to just make the circle a little bit smaller. Doesn't have to be a huge movement. So circling elbow and shoulder. And then at any point you can switch direction and go back the other way. And then when you feel like you have and enough in both directions, just gently releasing the left arm and resting for a moment here. And then we come to the other side, so we bring the right hand up towards the shoulder and drawing a circle with the right elbow. So again, it can be a big circle if that feels nice, or it can be a really small circle. It doesn't have to be very much movement here at all. And if it feels more comfortable to have the elbow drop down slightly, that's also okay. So there's really no wrong way to do this, so long as it feels good for your body. Your body has a wisdom all of its own, and it will let you know what is supportive, what's helpful for it just now. It will certainly let you know what isn't helpful for it, and so we listen to that. And so again, remembering you can switch directions, you can go forwards, you can go backwards. You can keep the movement big or small, or you can experiment with different variations, different options. And then when it feels like enough, releasing the right arm and coming to rest again for a moment. I'm going to bring some movements into the head and the neck here. So again, going really gently, listening to your body. There's no need to force anything or push anything. So beginning to turn the head from side to side. So we turn and look out over the right shoulder. And then bringing the head back to centre, turning to look over the left shoulder. So again, movement can be big or small depending on how your body feels today. So let's bring the breath into this movement now. So we inhale, exhale, turning towards the right. Inhale, coming back to centre. Exhale, turning towards the left. Inhale, centre. Exhale, right. Inhale, centre. Exhale, left. And inhale, coming back to centre and pausing there for a moment. Then next we're going to bring the head up and down. So again, just going as far as feels comfortable, particularly when tipping the head back. Just keep it quite gentle and protect the delicate area of the throat here. So we inhale, exhale, dropping chin down to chest. Inhale, starting to tilt the chin up just gently. Exhale, lowering all the way back down as far as feels comfortable for you. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, dropping down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, dropping the head down. And inhale, coming back to centre. And then from here we're going to drop the ear down towards the shoulder. So again, going really gently, listen to the body. We inhale. Exhale, right ear comes towards right shoulder. Inhale, back to centre. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, centre. Exhale, right. Inhale, centre. Exhale, left. Inhale, back to centre. Then we exhale, dropping the head over towards the right side. And either pausing here, or you can bring your right hand up and just gently rest it on your head. So we're not forcing or pulling the head downwards. We're just bringing a little bit of extra weight into the side of the head. And you might choose to reach the left fingertips away if that feels nice, or bring the hand around behind the back. And then releasing right hand and very gently taking the head back up to centre. Pausing for a second in the middle. letting everything rebalance. And then we inhale, we exhale, we drop the head over to the left. And again, you might bring the left hand to rest very gently on the head here. It might feel nice to stretch the right fingers away, or just drop the hand downwards, or to take the hand and tuck it around behind the back. And then releasing the right hand, gently, gently bringing the head to center. And then there's an option here, if it feels okay for you, to make some circles with the head and the neck. Really taking this gently, making the movements exploratory. So we're really experimenting, exploring what feels nice here, rather than trying to make any particular shape or movement. So dropping the chin down towards the chest, you might start to just roll the head gently from side to side, just maybe even a quarter of a circle, not going very far at all here. Feeling into the back of the neck. And you can keep going with this movement. If this feels like enough for you, then just stay here or come back to neutral at any point. Or if it feels nice, you might start to make more of a half circle. So the ear comes up towards the shoulder and then rocking back across the chest to the other side. And you might keep going with this movement for as long as feels nice. Or you might start to make something closer to a full circle. Just going really carefully here, especially when we're lifting the chin at the front. So not overstraining the throat. Remembering to change direction as well. That also helps if you're feeling a little bit dizzy with the movement, then making sure you go both ways. And permission here to really explore, so the movement doesn't have to be a circle, it can be backwards and forwards. You might find somewhere that feels nice and you want to rest there for a moment. And then when you're ready, releasing, coming back to center and just pausing for a second. Feeling the body sitting here. And then from here, I'm going to come to make some cat-cow movements with the upper body. So I'm just going to turn sideways so that you can see the back of my body. And again, really making this as big or as small as feels right for you. So we inhale, we push the chest outwards. So you can see, pull my t-shirt in, there's a little bit of an arch to the back here. And then as we exhale, we arch forwards. Inhale. Chest comes out, exhale, arching the back. So as always, making these movements as big or as small as feel right for you. And you can bring the head and the neck into it as well if that feels good. And the hands might move up and down the legs, or they might just rest in your lap. Really listening particularly to your back here and your shoulders, your neck. If I turn forwards again, so this movement, arching, pressing the chest forwards, drawing the shoulders back, and then arching the back, dropping the chin down towards the chest. Inhale, chest lifts and opens. Exhale. Head drops downwards. Inhale, chest lifts and opens, shoulders draw back. Exhale, arching the back. And then coming back to center, pausing for a moment here. And so our final movement now is going to be a gentle spinal twist, which we can carry out in the chair. So we take the right hand and we bring the right hand around to the side of the chair. And And then we take the left hand and we bring it across the left knee. And the body starts to twist. Now taking this really, really carefully, listening to your body, particularly your back. So you might turn just the sacrum and the lower back. You might turn the middle back. You might turn the shoulders. Keep your head in line with your breastbone to protect the neck. Keep breathing while you're in this position. So you might use a little bit of leverage from your hand against your leg here to kind of give yourself a little push, but again, not straining, not overdoing this. And then release, bringing the hands back to center, whole body comes back to center. And then we repeat on the opposite side. So this time the left hand comes down to the side of the chair here, and the right hand comes across to the left knee. And we turn from the lower back, middle back, upper back. So the gaze coming forwards, head staying in line with the breastbone. And then gently releasing, coming back to center, placing the hands on the knees or in the lap, on the thighs. Maybe just closing down the eyes, coming back to the body sitting here, feeling the feet on the floor, seat on the chair, shoulders drop away from the ears. Allowing your awareness to rest with the breath. Bringing your practice to a close.